FLiRT is this family of subvariants. Now, these derive from Omicron and then JN1. So it is this new, basically this had a mutation in the spike protein of the JN1 variant. And so now this family of variants, which are all very similar to each other, are just highly transmissible. They're able to get through our immune systems better, which is why we're starting to see a real spike in cases. Now, in the United States, this family of variants has really overtaken JN1 and all other variants. In fact, in the United States, it now practically makes up almost 100% of COVID cases there. And because it is so good at evading immunity, a lot more people are getting it. So, you know, we're starting to see a real spike in COVID cases. We've seen it in Singapore more recently as well. And now we have just heard that that these cases have been detected in Australia. This week we did hear from Queensland's Chief Medical Officer, who was saying that certainly they've noticed a few. In Victoria, testing of water treatment plants has definitely uncovered that there are traces of it there as well. Still, JN1 is the dominant strain, but we're starting to see more of these FLiRT variants. And so what we're expecting is that this will soon overtake all COVID cases, and the majority of them will be this family of variants.
So what are the implications of that, Penny? How worried should we be?
The good news is that all these variants that do come from the original Omicron strain make us much less ill when we do develop COVID. So essentially, you will some people will still get quite sick. They'll require hospitalisations, and unfortunately, some people will still die of this. But for the majority of people, especially those who are not in the older sort of age bracket or those who are immunocompromised, they will be able to get through this quite well. You know, it's the traditional symptoms that we've come to know. So feeling fatigued, having, you know, chills or fever, probably bedridden for a couple of days and maybe some sniffles. Other people may sort of see it lingering a little bit more. But the good news is that it is a much milder disease, especially from those early days of the pandemic in 2020 and 2021, where people were really concerned about those really early strains of it. Interestingly, though, because of this trajectory of the strains of this virus, the World Health Organization says that it's now recommending that future vaccines do get tweaked slightly so that they more align with this sublineage of this Omicron JN1, so that they can get better at targeting these particular variants. Because, you know, because these variants are so good at evading our immunity, the hope is that if we can just improve vaccines a little bit, it'll go a long way to, I guess, helping us be better protected against really severe disease.